We'll see. Ooh, a stronger player. Great. Okay, let's go for it. We'll do good openings. Go c3. d5. I think I'm going to take that one off. Queen takes d5. So in principle, I really don't mind one of these pawns, because I can just move it around as I want. So I'll put the bishop on b3, and I'll move over here now. Don't know whether that's a good one, but I am covering d5, so that is actually quite dangerous. All right. Let me just put the bishop on f4. I'm going to put the rook on c1. I think that's a little bit annoying. He's got knight c5, you know, but still. I mean, I'm vaguely wondering here. I think I'm going to do it. I'm not going to worry about this. I mean, it doesn't have to remain a double pawn for long, right? And you know, if he takes off my okay, he's taking off my knight. That's fine. Maybe interesting, actually. I mean, I could take on there, queen d8, rook c6. Knight to d8, rook c8, bishop e4, maybe. That's probably possible. No, knight d4, none of that's good. Let's have a look. I think I'm going to put the knight on g5. A little bit confusing, but should be okay. I mean, I suppose he's going to take, go queen c7. g6, wow. Is somewhat risky. I do have a possibility. I'm just wondering whether it's sensible. When you have to wonder something like that, normally the answer is it's not sensible. Is he threatening something for me? I think I'm going to go h4, actually. I don't think he's threatening anything. Yeah, I don't consider that a threat, really. Let's hope I'm right. Of course, now that I'm doing it, I'm slightly less happy. I'll have to take it like this. This has not been good, Matthew. I should do this, I think. That's why I moved my queen away, so I don't get hit by bishop c5. Maybe rook d8, I go rook c1. I think that's probably true. I mean, I've got some pressure. It should be sort of, but yeah, I should have done better than this. It was actually quite a nice position. So I'm attacking that one on h6. Also bring that. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but let me grab the pawn back. Queen to c4. Interesting. I mean, it doesn't really matter about that, but this pawn takes knight f6. Who knows? I think I'd rather. Let me do that. Oh. I mean, I think in general he's got to swap off the queens now, so yeah. And obviously what I'm hoping for here is to... and bishop g7, he's got e7 there, so I don't think I should... I'm just going to put the pawn on there. Fine. I mean, he's got to prepare himself, I think, to play e7 quite quickly. Otherwise, he's going to be in a bit of trouble. So rook a7 would seem like the best one, or rook e8 just to go e7. I'm just wondering whether I can do something clever or maybe not particularly. Ooh, okay. Well, let's do it like that anyway. So putting g4 now. He wants to go e5. Let me just do that. I want to go rook h7 simply. Okay, b4. So what I'm doing is clever, to be honest. I can tell I'm running quite short of time. Just do that. Just just to be sure. Poo-poo. That was quite tough. Probably definitely worth a bit of analysis there, yeah? Let me just... I'll just stop the video there and just grab hold of that game, because that was pretty good. All right, e6. We're going to do our French. That's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, you do get a lot of exchange Frenches when you do this. E5, I think I might just go for G5, actually. Let's do that. Got an unexpected opportunity. All right, G4. All right, H6. In all fairness, White's got a reasonable amount of compensation here, so it's not so. But maybe I can. I'm thinking about the takes, Queen G4. I'm going to go F6 there. Haha. To cover myself. He's starting to learn. I'll put this one over there. I prefer to put the other one really, but not out of the woods yet. I'm just going to bring the knight over. Lovely. Right. I think I'll go there. I'm not too worried. Let me just solidify myself. He could go E6 there. No, he hasn't done it though. So I'll just go Queen F5. Queen E2. There could be G4 at some stage. I need to get my pieces out somehow. H5 is knight F3, which is annoying. Let me just bring a rook into E8. Going to put the bishop to G7. Quite sure what he was looking for with that. Bishop to D2. Maybe he wants to come around there. That's possible. Right. Okay. Well, let's just swap around. It's all going to be a bit slow. Vaguely wondering whether I should go D6 to E6. It's fine. Well, I could put my knight onto C4 anyway. At some stage, maybe I'm just going to go D6. Just block that. Get my knight out. I'm starting to get some sort of development. Not saying that it's brilliant, but it's starting to get there. So I'll bring the rook to F8. Oh, knight C4 first of all. I'll take it. Why not? A pawn never does any harm. So he can chase me away with B3 or D3, so I've got to be a little bit careful about that. So I'm going to go B5. Now I can retreat. Obviously, whenever I need to, I can just go b7. So let's have a look. Rook f8. Knight f5. Okay. Bit optimistic. All right. Let's give it a bit of French. Restrained. Let me put it there. I think you're going e5, of course, at some stage. I'll do that now. Okay. Ah. Well, I've got an idea of how I'm going to follow up. Not quite what I wanted. That might do my idea anyway. Okay. He's definitely going for the old safe king. Which do I prefer? I think I prefer this one. Oh, right. Won't help you, the sideways pawn. Ah, that was quite nice, wasn't it? I enjoyed that one. Let's try and play one more. d4. Go d5. Bishop f4. You betcha. very least it confuses people, doesn't it? Knight h6 to f5 is quite tempting, I think. Even knight e7 to f5. Knight f6 to e4 is also fine, but easier to stop. I play f3. Ooh. Yeah, it's not as good as you think somehow. Taking on g3, so he can protect himself very easily. So, I mean, I take on g3, I attack the pawn, he goes pawn to f2. So, I think it's just it's a nice pressure point to have. White's got to always take care of it, but it's not really clear that it's anything significant yet. But it might be very useful to have at some stage. Not sure about this one, but we'll see. The idea really is if he goes back to c2, I can take on g3, go queen c7 with tempo. And here, this might be interesting. Who knows? Want to get in a quick b5, b4. If he goes knight g5, I'm just going to go b5 and sort of hope. Could also take on g3. Not sure whether I want to do that first. That could also be quite good. Let me do that. Should be quite nice pressure, I would have thought. Just play bishop e7 to chase that. Well, yeah, I thought of that, funnily enough, but I didn't think it was going to be that good. Could have taken on d4 as well, but I was rather keen on this one. Can't go b2 out, take with cb, so. That was quite interesting.